So timeline of Indian history. So before we discuss our important Mughal ruler like Babur, Humayun, Akbar, and now we discuss Jahangir. So now we discussed mainly timeline of Indian history. So first part we discuss its Mughal rulers, and second part now it's so Jahangir. So now Jahangir, early name of Jahangir was Selim. So Selim's mainly who is the person whose name is Selim? So it is mainly Jahangir, whose early name is Selim, and Akbar called him Sheikh Baba. Okay, so Akbar called him Sheikh Baba. Who called him Sheikh Baba? Akbar. And Jahangir come to the throne 1605. So Jahangir when come? It is 1605. Jahangir was the son of Akbar. Who was the son of Akbar? Jahangir was the son of Akbar and Jodhabai. Mainly Akbar and Jodhabai's son was Jahangir. Okay, he married. Jahangir married here. Please see in this name Merun Nisa, an Afghan widow, in 1611, and later he gave her the titles Nur Mahal. So Nur Mahal's actual name is Merun Nisa. Okay, Merun Nisa, Mehrunisa. So please remember, 1611 she married a Afghan widow. So an Afghan widow in 1611. Light of the people. So Nur Mahal meaning light of the people. Nur Jahan, light of the world. Nur Mahal means and Nur Mahal means it is light of the palace, and Nur Jahan means light of the world. So please remember, here a question come from this portion. Nur Jahan means light of the world, and Pudusa Begum. Okay, so please remember he married an Afghan widow whose name is Nur Mahal, whose actual name is Merunisia, and light of the palace Nur Mahal means, and Nur Jahan after the light of the world, and Pudusa Begum. In 1606, Jahangir executed fifth Sikh Guru, okay, Arjun Dev. So in 1606, Jahangir executed fifth Sikh Guru. Sikh Guru, its name is Guru Arjun Dev. Okay, and because he helped Jahangir's son. Okay, so in 1606, Jahangir executed fifth Sikh Guru. It is Arjun Dev, because he helped Jahangir's son. Okay, Jahangir's son Prince Khusru to rebel against him. In 1609, Jahangir received William Hawkins, okay, an envoy of King James I of England. So in 1609, Jahangir received William Hawkins, an envoy of King James I of England, who reached India to obtain trade concession. Who reached India? King James I, who reached India because to obtain trade concession. In 1605, Sir Thomas Roe reached the court of the Jahangir. So in 1615, please remember this actual years. 1615, Sir Thomas Roe reached the court of Jahangir. Okay, as the first ambassador of James I. Okay, so Thomas Roe mainly an ambassador, and as an ambassador, okay, so of James I of England in his court, okay, of Jahangir. As a result of his efforts, the first English factory established at Surat. So first English factory where set up? It is mainly set up in Surat, in Gujarat. Okay, please remember. So period of Jahangir is considered as the golden. So actually Jahangir period was called as golden year. Okay, golden age of Mughal paintings. So golden age of Mughal paintings called as Jahangir's region. Okay, Jahangir time. Please remember, important. Jahangir himself a painter. Who is a painter? Jahangir himself was a painter. Ustad Mansur and Akbar Hossain were famous painters. Please remember, Ustad Mansur and Abul Hassan were famous painter in the court of Jahangir. So all are important. Ustad. So who are the actually famous painters of the Jahangir courts? So mainly the names are Ustad Mansur, Ustad Mansur, please remember, and Abul Hasan, Abul Hasan, AH and UM, Ustad Mansur and Abul Hasan. Jahangir built Salimar and Nishant Garden. So please note, Jahangir built Salimar and Nishant Garden, okay, in Srinagar. So where Jahangir built Salimar and Nishant Gardens, it is mainly in Srinagar. And Jahangir suspended a chain of justice known as Jindri Adal in front of his court. So Jahangir suspended a chain of justice known as Jindri Adal. Okay, Jindri Adal in front of his court. And Anarkali was Jahangir's lover. So who was the lovers of Jahangir? It is Anarkali and Mughal-e-Asam. Mughal-e-Asam, directed by K. Asif, is a famous film which tells. So here in Mughal-e-Asam, directed by K. Asif, is a famous film which tells the love story of Jahangir and Anarkali. So what is the actual film? It is Asif, K. Asif is the famous film. Okay, sorry, Mughal-e. Okay, so directed by K. Asif. So who directed K. Asif? But it is the film name is Mughal-e-Asam. Okay, Mughal-e-Asam. Okay, to show love story between Jahangir and Anarkali. Jahangir wrote his autobiography. Who wrote his autobiography? Jahangir. The name is Tuzuki Jahangiri in Persian language. Which language is? Persian language. So here Jahangir wrote his autobiography. Name is Tuzuki Jahangiri in Persian language. Jahangir died where? So age is 1627. Jahangir died 1627 and was cremated at Lahore, at Sadhara in Lahore. So Jahangir died 1627 and was cremated at Sadhara in Lahore. So next Shahjahan. Now we discuss Shahjahan. So Shahjahan was born on 5th January 1592. So here 1627 Jahangir died and Shahjahan, his son, was born 1592, 5th January at Lahore. Where? At Lahore. His mother was, please remember, his mother was Jagat Gosen and his childhood name Khurram. Okay, so whose child name is Khurram? It is Jahangir not. It is mainly Shahjahan name, and his mother was Jagat Gosen. Shahjahan mother. He married. So here Shahjahan married Urjumand Benu Begum. Urjumand Benu Begum. Please remember Urjumand Benu Begum. So Shahjahan married Urjumand Benu Begum, daughter of Asif Khan. So Shahjahan married Urjumand Benu Begum, and whose daughter she is whose daughter mainly Asif Khan's daughter, and brother of Nur Jahan. She later came to be known as Mumtaz Mahal. So mainly here he married the person. So here he married Urjumand Benu Begum. Okay. So his name is, okay. So it is Mumtaz Mahal. Later came to know as Mumtaz Mahal, which means beloved the palace. And Shahjahan destroyed the Portuguese settlement. Who destroyed Portuguese settlement? Shahjahan at Hooghly. And Shahjahan's period is considered the golden age of Mughal architecture. Okay, Shahjahan's period is considered golden age of Mughal architecture, and Shahjahan is known as the Prince of Builders. Shahjahan, who is known as the Prince of Builders, Shahjahan. Okay, and 1631 he started the construction of Taj Mahal. 1631 he started the construction of Taj Mahal. Who started the construction of Taj Mahal? It is mainly Shahjahan. 1631 in memory of his wife. And completed in 1653. He started mainly the construction of Taj Mahal in memory of his wife, and completed in 1653. So 23 years it takes to complete just 23 years. Okay, it is situated on the banks of Jamuna River in Uttar Pradesh. It is where it is situated. It is situated in Jamuna River in Uttar Pradesh, and Uta and Ustad Ija, a Turkish person, was architect. Was its architect. So Ustad Ija, a Turkish person, was its architect. British administration and and Ferguson called it a love in marble. So British administrator Ferguson called it a love in marble. Now sulfur dioxide emitted by oil refineries in Madura after mixing with moisture in the atmosphere forms sulfuric acid, and it damages the marble of temple. So which mainly damages the temple? It is sulfur dioxide, sulfuric acid. Sorry, sulfuric acid. Please remember. So sulfur dioxide and plus moisture. Okay, mixing and sulfuric acid. So in 1638, Shahjahan built his new capital. Okay, his new capital Jahanabad in Delhi. 1638. Mainly, Shahjahan built his new capital, Shahjahanabad in Delhi, and shifted his capital from Agra to Delhi, and it shifted Agra to Delhi. 1639, he started the construction of Red Fort. So Red Fort constructed in the time 1639. So who constructed it? It is mainly by Shahjahan, and Red Fort in Delhi. So in 1639 he started the construction of Red Fort in Delhi on the model of Agra Fort, on the model of Agra Fort built by Akbar. Its construction was completed in 1648. Agra. So here Red Fort completed in. Okay. So in 1639 he started the construction of Red Fort in Delhi on the model of Agra Fort built by Akbar. Its construction was completed in 1648. The Diwan-e-Am, the Diwan-e-Khas and Moti Masjid situated inside the Red Fort. So please remember, this line is important. Okay, so Diwan-e-Am, Diwan-e-Khas and and Moti Masjid situated on the side of Red Fort. Okay, here 1639 he started the Moti Masjid in Agra. So Moti Masjid, where it is in Agra, was constructed by Shahjahan. So who constructed Moti Masjid? That is by Shahjahan. The INA trial, Indian National Army trial, in 1645 was conducted in Red Fort. So INA trial 1945 was conducted where? It is Red Fort. The gateway of Red Fort is the Lahore Gate. The gateway of Red Fort is the Lahore Gate. It is here at the Lahore Gate that the Prime Minister of India hosts national flag and address the nation of the Independence Day. So here in Lahore Gate, it is the Lahore Gate. So where the Prime Minister hosts the national flag and address the nation on the Independence Day. In 1656, Shahjahan constructed Juma Masjid. So all are constructed by Shahjahan. It is 1656. Please remember this year in Delhi. So it is biggest masjid in India. First masjid in India was constructed at Kodungular. Okay. So first masjid in India was constructed at Kodungallur in Kerala. Okay, and here is Chairman Pilli in 1644 AD by Malik Ibn Dinar. Okay, and Shahjahan's period known as the Golden Age of Mughal Empire. The Portuguese introduced European paintings. So Portuguese introduced European painting and in painting in India during the region of Shahjahan. So when Portuguese introduced paintings in India, it is whose period? It is meant Shahjahan's period, Shahjahan's time. In 1658, Shahjahan was inspired by his son. In 1658, Shahjahan was inspired by his son Aurangzeb, and he died in 1666 after 8 years. Okay, so here his daughter Jahan Ara was also kept in prison. Okay, along with him at the Agra fort. His daughter Jahanara was also kept in prison along with him at the Agra fort. So mainly his Jahanara is the daughter of Shah Jahan. Shah Jahan's son Dhara Shok was a famous scholar. Okay, he translated Bhagavad Gita and 60 Upanishad into Persian. So Shah Jahan's son Dhara Sheikh, okay, famous scholar. He translated Bhagavad Gita and 60 Upanishad into Persian. He also wrote a book titled Mujam-e Baren and Mingling of the Ocean. It is meaning mingling of the ocean. So it is, please remember, Mujam-e ul Baren. He also translated Atharva Veda into Persian. So mainly who translated Bhagavad Gita and 60 Upanishad into Persian? So Dara Sheikh. Okay, so Sahajan son. And here he wrote a book, and Dara Sheikh titled a book, name is Majam ul Baran. He also translated Atharva Veda into Persian, and Sahajan was the famous lyricist. He wrote lyrics in Hindi. The famous peacock throne was built by Shah Jahan. It was abducted by Nadir Shah, okay, in 1739. Please remember this question important. So Nadir Shah abducted it. Okay, Shah Jahan mainly abducted. So here the famous peacock throne was built by Shah Jahan, and it was abducted from here by Nadir Shah in 1739 during his Indian invasion. Persian conqueror. Now it is kept at the London. So now it is buried London. Okay, the Tower Museum, Britain. Here, there it's now. And French travelers Barnier and traveler Italian traveler Munsi visited India during the Shahjahan's period. So who were the visited during the Shahjahan's time? It is mainly Italian traveler Munsi visited this time. French traveler Barnier and Italian traveler. So next to discuss Aurangzeb's, okay, the last part. So thank you.